Alright, so now trying to write anything in your serial field so we can decide if it moves or not. It doesn't change. So basically we have got a problem. Now in your home screen, let's get to our value. We're getting the serial value from new I state, and we know value of when we change the text field, we update the serial, which result in updating from the data store, which edit our data store file. And when we update the data store file, we should trigger a change in this serial, and this serial flow is combined with the brand flow, which we never called. So we need to tell the compose one way that we need to connect this flow as a state, so we can trigger the start and for each collection. Right, so in order to do that, you need to open your home screen, and in here we just very simply call view model serial with brand flow and collect as a state. In order, we need to give it an initial value. Let's say inst view list of, and keep it as empty. Feel free to do whatever you want. And by the way, shared flow doesn't really need an initial value, but state flow need an initial value. This is why we need to give initial value. So now let's rerun the app, and now it should work. It crashes, so let's find the problem. It's no enum constant from brands. Alright, that's probably because in our data store manager we have this problem where we tell it the default value in our brand will be empty string, which isn't really correct. We need to have some value from our brand. So I will just brand dot Samsung, and let's rerun the app again and see the problem. It's fixed. Yes, great. Now the problem is now fixed. Now let's try to add our serial. So I'm just gonna copy it and paste it. Let's see how it's gonna look. All right, we have set type is correct. So what's the problem? All right, so we need to debug. I'm just gonna debug, and I will add the brand for here. I also for Samsung decoder, I will make all my breakpoints from previous cases. All right, moving on, debug again. And for this one, I'm going to debug which one was Samsung, and this one and this one. I will debug this to check the case anyway. So now the app is launched. So basically now we're at the first debug point, breakpoint, type char is 3. So that's correct. Yep, that's correct. And when we go to the next, which should be country, I think, yes, it returns undefined country, even so the country char is in, and that means the map of size 0, which isn't really right. The map should be filled with data. Let's move on with date to make sure that we have problem or not in our date. Our year is M is year, and 6 should be the month. Yep. So let's check the year. The year is empty and month is empty. So the problem is our data is empty. So, and that really kind of makes sense because we're only getting and we're not setting anything. So we need to ignore this and make it hash map instead of just getting a hash map. So yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And let's rerun the app and see does it work or not. Alright, great, and now it's working fine. Let's try to change. Yep, unspecific, exactly as expected. Now let's try to ph. Yes, correct. 7H, correct? Yep. Alright, so that's it so far. We have done a lot of stuff. We have fixed some errors, we debugged our code, and now we no longer need these breakpoints. And let's check, do we need any to? Yep, we need to show our dialog so we can allow changing our brand to another decoding brand like LG, for example. And that's what we're gonna do